Good morning, world. Little Shane here. Well, I realize I haven't been updating you guys about my workout routines and what's been going on. I have been working out. I've been doing the home routine that I had a link for a few days ago, the Walking Fit, the 3 mile walk. That's what I've been doing. I've had to do that because my workout partner, his schedule, my schedule are just not clicking right now. We work in the same office building, but he works nights, I work days, and we live together. But he's been walking home because his ride was unable to take him home. So he's been considering that his workout, and fair enough because it takes him nearly an hour to get here. So I've been working out on my own here. Next week, though, I think I'm just going to say screw it and go to the gym on my own, because really I don't need his help to use the treadmill. Right? If I was using the weights or the machines, I might need some help to see which weight to use, to see how heavy it is, because I don't want to overdo it. But the treadmill, I think, yeah, it's fine. Well, other than that, that's what's been going on. I have been working out. I have been doing it. I have been eating right. So, yay! Today, there's a couple little things I want to mention before I get to my main topic. My Facebook, I just started this page a month ago, and I've been getting to 1, 2, sometimes 3 new Facebook friends a day, and I only really know about 8 of them. So that's great. People are adding me. Wonderful. Keep doing it. But I don't want you to feel that I am a snob. If you want to talk to me on Facebook and you see me on Facebook, message me first, because due to my poor vision, I can't see who's online and who isn't. I know there's a messenger thing because my wife messages me there all the time. So, like all the time. Whenever she's at work and I'm home, it's, what are you doing? Oh yeah, that's nice. What's going on? So, that kind of thing. And that's fine, I'm just saying, I may not see you online, so don't feel like, hey, Shane's a big jerk, he didn't even say hi to me once. It's not that. It's not that at all. Alright? I can't always see who's online, but I do hear the little noise it makes when someone messages me, and then I look for it, and then I find it, and bam. So, don't be shy. Say hey, say something. Even if you say, hey, your YouTube channel sucks, that's fine. So that's that. Don't be afraid to say something. Don't be afraid to email me either. I answer all my emails. I've gotten a couple here and there, and very thankful for them. And don't be afraid to make suggestions in the comments below. Show ideas, workout challenges, things I should try, shouldn't try. If it's within reason, I'll try it. So, now to the main topic. Old friends. Now, everybody has had a childhood friend. Someone that was their best pal, their best friend of all times, and, people of my age remember that there was no such thing as play dates. You got on your bike, you drove to your best friend's place, and, your curfew was be in before dark. Right? We all remember that, right? Be in before dark. That was our curfew during the summertime and on weekends, right? So, or be in for supper. So basically, for you kids up there who don't know this, we were just cut loose. All right, you wake up, you have breakfast during the summer, you leave. Right, you come back for lunch, then you leave. You're outside again. And that was it. That was our summers. There was no, www.youspoiledshits.com. There was no PlayStation. We did have Nintendo, but during the summer we weren't allowed to play Nintendo in the house unless it was in the evening. Okay? Like, we weren't allowed to play the Nintendo Entertainment System all day long during the daytime. Unless it was in the evening, or it better really be piss pouring rain out there. Okay? Other than that, your whole job as a kid was not to be home around your parents. Okay? So, we've all had best friends where we would do that with. That we'd spend every day together, playing, hanging out, you know, and then you lose touch sometimes, unfortunately. And that happened to me. 22 years ago, I lost touch with my best bud. Okay? He was one of my closest friends. Right? And you know, we did everything together. Right? We had our own school life because I was a couple years older than him. So, you know, when he was in grade 3, I was in grade, 5. Things like that. So we had our own school friends. But after school, we were hanging out together, playing video games together, you know, watching our favorite shows together, because we lived in the exact same apartment building. I was on the top floor, he was on the middle floor, and you couldn't, you know, we were always so close that you couldn't even see an inch of daylight between the two of us, right? But as time goes by, you drift apart, unfortunately. So I started thinking about this guy. And I'm relatively new to Facebook. I only started my page maybe 2 months ago. My wife started a page for me, but I never got into it. And I had another little page, but I just didn't care. Facebook wasn't for me. But then when I decided to start this channel, I started to start Facebooking, and I started thinking to myself, well, this is a good tool. I'm going to see if I can find him. So I looked him up. I found him. I was really surprised. So I sent a message asking him, you know, if he remembered me and how he was doing and yada yada yada, all that good stuff. And it turns out he's married to a very lovely woman. I invited him for dinner. He came over, and I'll admit I was a little nervous. I wasn't nervous that, you know, it's like meeting a stranger. I was nervous that we wouldn't click, that we wouldn't be, you know, like we were as children, where we got along and laughed and carried on about. Because, you know, 22 years is a long time. I know I'm a completely different person, and he was a completely different person, and we lived very different lives. Right? Like, he spent most of his adult life in Montreal. He came back here about 3 years ago to Fredericton, and I was worried for nothing. We had a marvelous time. At least I had a marvelous time. I can't speak for him, you know, but I had a marvelous time. It was wonderful reconnecting with him. And I hope it's not a one-time thing. I told him he's welcome to come over anytime. I invited him over to our potluck. We have a potluck here every once a month where we invite all our friends and family and, you know, anybody who wants to come. So I invited him and his wife. And his wife, like I said, lovely woman. Always smiling, easy to laugh. She was a treat to have over, and it was wonderful to have him over as well. So my advice out there is, if you have a friend that you haven't seen in a long time, reach out. Reach out to that friend. Now, it turned out that this guy was looking for me. Because I wasn't on Facebook that much, he couldn't find me. So he looked for me a couple times and never found me. So your friends could be looking for you, wanting to talk to you, thinking about you. Find them if you can. Reach out to them. Worst case scenario, you might have a couple of drinks, a meal, find out what they did with their life, and you may never talk to them again. Right? That's it. That's the worst that can happen. Or the worst, well, I guess the worst can happen is to go F yourself, but I don't see that happening. I mean, you know, if you put it in good terms anyway. So that's my advice. Just go for it. Reach out to your long lost friends. Chances are they'd love to hear from you. Well, that's it for today. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about something that shouldn't exist. Okay? It should not exist, but it does. And I'm going to talk about it, tell you why it exists, how to stop it from happening to you, or at least, you know, that. And, you know, what is this horrid thing that shouldn't exist? Drum roll, please. D-pics. Unwanted D-pics. that is what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. So, oh God, I can't believe I'm talking about this. Anyway, so till tomorrow, take care of yourselves and each other.